So the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Well, not so much. Either way, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how you can live in and study in another country, particularly from an American perspective. So if you're not American, obviously the same concepts still apply. They just might be a bit different, and the websites you'll have to use will be a bit different as well. With current political situations, a lot of people have talked about leaving the States and going to other countries. Well, if that's your dream, today I'm going to help you make it real. Now, if you're new here, you'll have missed my spiel about how I studied in the UK as an American, so I'll put that in the top left corner so you can check it out whenever you have a chance. I'll give you a brief rundown as well in this video of how I did that. Now, before I get too far in the video, I want to give a plug to UK EIC, who are an educational organization who help people study abroad in the UK from all different types of countries, no matter what your nationality is. I'm going to put information about them down below in the description. It's all 100% free to sign up and get information and even to apply. So if you're interested in that, go down below. So first things first, how I studied in the UK. I was actually doing my freshman year at the University of Kentucky, and it just wasn't cutting it for me. Anybody who's ever been to Lexington, Kentucky, you know it's really not a vibe that you want. And I ended up transferring. I applied to some schools in the UK via UCAS, which is pretty much the British Common Application System. Got some offers, ended up choosing Glasgow, and that was pretty much it. I applied for my visa. You have to go get your fingerprint taken and some pictures taken, your BMI, and that's pretty much it. Lots of paperwork, lots of bureaucracy, but it's not the hardest thing in the world, and it's something that everyone can do. It doesn't matter where you're from. Like I said, UCAS does have an application fee. I believe it's around the same price as the Common App. Again, I'm gonna put more information down below, and you handle it the same way you would the Common App. You just go on and put your personal details in, as well as what type of course you're looking to apply to, and then you'll be able to pick the universities that you want to choose from. I believe you get 4 options, and of course when results are released, they'll let you know whether it was a full offer, conditional offer, or if you were just denied outright. So that's the UK, but what if you want to study in a place like Spain, France, Germany, other countries around the world? Same process would really apply. All those countries have online systems where you can go and apply. They don't discriminate no matter what country you're from, and many of them are actually free to study in. For example, like Germany has 100% free education for everybody, including foreigners, although only a select few amount of those courses are actually taught in English, so that's one of the downsides. I'd actually consider Germany as well, and there's lots of other YouTubers who are American who have studied in Germany. In addition to free courses in Germany, you can also go to Scandinavia and other places in Western Europe to study for free, which I'll be putting more information about down below as well. And if there's other countries you want to apply for, really all you have to do is just go on Google and type in applying for university in insert country. Pretty easy formula. That's actually how I decided to study in the UK. I just typed in easiest countries to study abroad in as an American, like full time. Found the UK, found Germany, which I've already mentioned is free, so a lot of people go over to Germany to study. Also, obviously, Sweden and the Netherlands, where there's a high population of English speakers or people who speak English, France, and so on and so forth. So that's how I ended up settling on the UK to study. So if you've got a country in mind that you're interested in studying in, like I said, you pretty much just follow that same formula. They'll all have the same concept, the same setup, where you'll go on, put your details in, you'll say where you're from, and then you'll be able to select your course and apply for different universities there. Be sure to do your research on these universities though. Make sure you know where they're ranked at in terms of their rankings, is their program reputable, all that good stuff. And also, like I said, don't sleep on those Scandinavian countries in Germany. It's 100% free. Like I said, only some of the courses are taught in English though, which is ultimately why I didn't go to Germany, just because of the fact that the courses that I was interested in weren't available in English. But if you're learning German, you speak German, or if you just have no idea what you want to study, but you want to get out of the US or get out of your country, definitely check out Germany. And they also have a really cool database for German universities where you can filter it by the ones that offer English courses, which courses are in English, which location, etc. It's really cool. I was actually on there last year playing around with it because, it's free. Who wouldn't want to get a free degree? Now, with studying in another country comes the hassle of having to get a visa, which is really the hardest part, in my opinion, because applying to the universities themselves, like I said, are made really easy just because of the systems that you have online and how you can apply. But getting the visa can be a real hassle. Some universities actually expect you to know all of this too. They won't give you any additional information on how you have to get a visa. So make sure you do your due diligence, look up the visa requirements to study in whatever country you're going to, and make sure you get on it ASAP, because I actually almost wasn't able to go to Glasgow just because my visa hadn't gotten there in time. And it was really crazy. It came down to literally like the day before I was supposed to start classes. It came in the mail, and we had to buy a ticket like that same day. It was really crazy. So really make sure you are on top of it, you read all the fine print, and you know all the details that they expect you to. All right, now we've talked about studying in another country, but what happens if you just want to leave your country and live in another country permanently? This is a bit trickier, but it's still something that has a general formula and a general technique that I'm going to walk you guys through. Now, just like studying for the majority of the countries in the world, if you want to move there, you'll have to have a visa or some leave to stay. Depending on the country, they'll have different requirements for that. Like, for example, some will require that you have a job in that country and that you're making a certain income, such as the UK. Some will have points-based systems where they award visas based on you meeting certain criteria and certain amount of points, and some will have other methods to determine who gets a visa. Again, really the easiest way to go about this is to go online, type in I want to move to whatever country you want to move to, look at the requirements, look at people's stories. I would suggest checking on Reddit. There's a subreddit called I Want Out, which deals with people trying to move countries. It's actually really helpful. There's lots of helpful advice that can be found on there, as well as searching other expat forums online. Another handy resource you can check out are the Facebook expat communities, which I find to be really cool. Actually, I plug a lot of my videos through the American Scotland expats page, so really suggest those as well. Again, it can really be a hassle though trying to get a visa for these countries, because quite frankly, a lot of them, they might want your tourist money and they want you to come and spend money as tourists, but when it comes to living there and actually enjoying their socialized benefits or whatever other benefits they have in the country, they're really not too keen on that. So just make sure you do your due diligence. You have crossed all your T's, dotted all your I's, and you're prepared. Heads up, these visa applications could get really expensive too, depending on the country you're applying to. For example, if you're applying to a country that doesn't have English as a first language, you might have to get your documents translated by an official translator, which can be really difficult to find. You have to go on their website and look at their approved translators. For example, when I was applying to universities in Spain, I had to get all my transcripts translated into Spanish, all my other things translated into Spanish, and it has to be by an approved translator. So somebody that the consulates and the embassies work with, which is really difficult to find, and they can be quite costly. So make sure you look into that before applying. Lastly, a huge thing we need to talk about. A lot of people think that, you know, they can move to another country and kind of escape their problems, start over fresh. And while that's all well and good, the truth of the matter is you're not gonna escape all your problems by just going somewhere else. You're gonna get a completely different set of problems, which is okay. Those problems might be a bit better than the ones you have where you're from. They might be a bit worse. They're just different. So keep that in mind. Problems are gonna exist and persist wherever you are in the world. They just change forms is all. Alright, so at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I was working with UK EIC to help people study abroad in the UK. This is actually a 100% free service like I mentioned before, so it costs absolutely nothing to sign up for. All you have to do is type in UK EIC on Google, go to their website. All the information you could want and more is there. They have visa stuff, they have stuff about what it's like to study in the UK from ambassadors like myself, and all other types of goodies, so go check them out. Links down below. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, go ahead and click that thumbs up button down below, smash it, tap it if that's what you're into, and also click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Helps the channel get seen more, helps the growth process. As I said before, I am going to be doing 2 videos a week, so we got a video today and there'll also be a video coming on Friday. So be sure to click that notification bell so you know as soon as I upload. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.